Hello, my name is Pilar and I will be your instructor in the CBR 600 class. Our semester starts on October the 4th and our weekly sessions run from Wednesday to Wednesday. We will have plenty of time to introduce ourselves to each other during our first face-to-face meeting on October 21st. However, since most of you are new to the current learning platform, which we call ELM, I figure it would be a good idea to walk you through the layout of the online classroom. This will allow you the opportunity to get comfortable as you navigate through the different areas. So let's begin. The first screen, once you log into the classroom, displays several areas. The announcements, which are down here, announcements. This is where I post news, like reminders for deadlines, updates about your grades, etc. As you can see, I've already posted 2 as an example. Above the announcements, let me scroll up, you can see tiles for each of the projects. Here are your projects. One follows the other. These projects are due in the class, and we will cover the first project in our next video. You can scroll to the right to see all the projects. So we have 6 projects in total. Below these project tiles, you've got a set of icons. You can click on each one of these icons to look what hides behind. For example, in the calendar icon, I just clicked on it. Stinky, there we go. I've entered some of the dates relevant to our class. To go back, you click on Course Home. The first one you're going to need to review, at least right now, is the icon for the syllabus. So let's click on the syllabus. It's thinking. La, 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 la. Should open anytime. There we go. Okay. So here is the syllabus for this specific class. It's got a lot of stuff, and you're going to be able to read through it at your own pace. But you need to pay close attention to the grading information right here, to the summary introduction to each of the projects, which is down here, and then just browse through the weekly schedule. Here you go, week by week. Now, I have posted a better schedule on my first announcement, one that includes specific dates and deadlines. If you have any questions about the syllabus, please make sure that you post them in the discussions title, I have a question. Now, where are the discussions? Well, we go back to Course Home. We find our icon for the discussions. Here it is. Click on it. And you get a list of different discussions. The very first one is the one I've just mentioned, titled It is Nice to Meet You. You can scroll down and find other discussions pertinent to this class. The first one, titled It is Nice to Meet You, is where you can post your initial introduction. To do so, it's quite easy. You click on the title of the discussion itself. You then select Start a New Thread. You enter your subject. For example, I enter my name. You type your introduction in the main text box, and you click Post once you're done. If you want to reply to one of your peers' postings, you would click on his or her name or whatever subject they selected. For example, Glenn has already got an introduction, so we're going to use Glenn's introduction. You would click on Reply to Thread. You would then enter your text below in the text box, and you would click Post. Once you're done, to go back to the main classroom area, you would go to Course Home. Okay, so that's pretty easy to kind of use, and is very similar to the previous platform that we use for Maryland classes. Another icon that it is important for you to look at is, for example, the assignments icon. You click on the assignments icon and you get a list of all of the assignments due for this class. If you were to click on one of the specific assignments, for example, your first one, you would get a list of the rubrics, which is how I'm going to grade your work, and an area below where you would submit your file by clicking Add File and Submit. So again, in a way similar to the assignments you had in the previous platform. Let's go back to our home page for the class. There we go, course home. The icon for grades gives you a summarized page of your current grades. The icon for class list gives you access to everybody's email addresses in this class, your peer students, as well as my email address. Just play with it. Feel free to try some of the different icons. For example, the library icon is going to be very important in this class. It takes you directly to UMUC's online library. And let's assume that I wanted to do a search on, I don't know, the OPM hack that happened a while back. I would click on search. The computer takes a moment. I'm already logged in to the class, so it's going to log me into the library, and I'm going to get a list of results. And this is going to be very useful because you will be doing research and you will probably use the library online. Let me close this windows, 1 and 2, back to the classroom. The Effective Writing Center is another area that I hope some of you use in this class or any other future class. And it is pretty cool because it gives you access to a place where you can submit your papers, and a group of experts from a UMUC will proofread your work. They will not fix your work, but they will tell you how you can fix your work. So this is also very, very useful. Let me close it again. So this is just the basic introduction to what the classroom looks like when you open your CBR 600 in the new layout. I'm going to make another video where we're going to explore your first project. So the next video will include information and descriptions about the first project. Before we do that, let's close this video by clicking on the course introduction, which basically is a summary like what we had in the syllabus that tells you a little bit about each project, just very, very briefly, but it also gives you an idea of when the projects are due. Okay, so for example, project 1 is going to be due in week 1, project 2 is going to be due at the end of week 3, and so on. And again, we will talk about deadlines later on when we get to see each other on October the 21st. If you have any questions, remember to use the discussions area, specific for questions. So you will go to your discussions. You will find the discussion for, let me see if I can find it, down here, I have a question. If you pose your question here, then I can answer it and everybody in the classroom can see my answer. And I might rearrange the order of these discussions if I can work it out so that it shows at the very top instead of in the middle of your scrolling. Okay, that's all for now, folks. We'll see you soon.